Morning, I'm Lacey Shippey on the Rural Radio Network, and it's time to take a look at our midday livestock trade with livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. And Kyle, it seems like there's a lot going on today, and the market just doesn't know which way to go. What do you see happening as we head into the weekend?
I think that's a very good way to sum it up, Lacey. We've seen both sides trade here on this both feeder and live cattle complex here. November feeders up $1.07 right now at $353.47. Their high, though, however, has been $354.67, so well over $1.20. We're about $1.25 off our highs right now as we sit here. But we're off our lows as well. Our low is $351.35. We're sitting kind of in the middle of today's range. On the live cattle side of things here, this December live cattle contract, the high was $234.57. We're sitting at $233.57 off our highs there. Our low's been $233. I'm really watching from a technical standpoint here on this December chart, closing above that 234 mark. I think it's imperative we hold on to that here on a closing basis. Ideally, we close above 235. I think it could be tough to do here unless we get some sort of news here late in the day, or we get some sort of pop here late in the day, which it could happen. We've seen that kind of action happen here. It doesn't matter higher or lower towards the end of the session. It seems like that last half hour can get pretty rowdy there. On the box beef front here, we're down over $5 last night on the choice, and over a couple bucks here on the select. Now today here at noon, we're down 27 cents on the choice. We're up $2.19 on the select. So it's going to be how we close that as far as on the nightly close, where the nightly numbers come out at as well. Slaughter pace, as these packers are starting to talk about their margin, I think if they can keep that margin, that loss or their quote unquote loss, however you want to put it, however they pencil that, under $100 a head, I think that this cattle market could find some stability. But where that is as far as the slaughter pace and the box beef number, that remains to be seen. Could mean a little bit more pressure here starting out next week.
Thank you, Kyle. That is livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. If you'd like to talk to him about the markets, call him at 308-708-7340. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.
With this Grain IQ Minute, I'm Alex Makovica. Grain marketing is a critical piece in keeping your operation profitable, but there's so much more to marketing than simply selling your grain. When you sell your grain can be directly related to your resources, like grain storage.
The storage facility, the ability to dry the grain, gives us so much more options. It allows us to more efficiently handle the grain at harvest.
Dr. Ken Hellevang at North Dakota State University says on-farm grain storage gives farmers another option at harvest, but it also adds a few more factors to consider in a risk management plan. He explores the economic factors of adding or modifying on-farm grain storage. Grain IQ, the grain marketing podcast, helping you be more profitable. Subscribe and listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or the Rural Radio Podcast Hub. Grain IQ is brought to you in part by Nebraska soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Welcome back to the Rural Radio Network. From the Tractor Tuesday Market Desk, I'm Lacey Shippey. For farm listings made simple, it's TractorTuesday.com. The grain markets have crept up this morning, finding some buying support despite a lack of information due to the government shutdown. We haven't been able to track any sort of export business without the reporting system. The weather ahead looks positive for harvest over the weekend with warmer temperatures ahead of some rain next week. December corn is down a quarter at $421.5. March up a quarter at $438.25. May up a quarter at $448. November soybeans are up 2 at $10.25 3/4. January up 2.5 at $10.44 1/4. March up 2.5 at $10.58 3/4. Chicago December wheat is up 1 3/4 at $516.5. March up 1 1/4 at $533 3/4. Kansas City December wheat is down 1/2 at $498.5. March unchanged at $520. December soybean meal is up 110 at $280.40. December bean oil is down 13 cents at $50.31. October live cattle are down 12 cents at $230.40. December up 37 at $233.85. February down 7 cents at $235.87. October feeders are up 212 at $356.42. November up 155 at $353.95. January up 77 at $347.95. December lean hogs are up 62 at $87.30. February up 65 at $89.10. April up 55 at $91.70. Class 3 milk for November is down 8 cents at $17.22. December down 23 at $17.26. And that's a look at your markets. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.